Meditating our bones, easy we fall under their spell. Consuming, consumes our mind. Mellow Mood has got me.
Special guest on the line in the studio. Well, I say on the studio, but he's all the way in. Whereabouts are you, sir? Let them know where you are.
I'm at home actually. Plus,
Okay.
I work with my twin brother, which is even like there's something more in that. But working in a band is good because you always have to. There must be a balance, and you have to be good at that. And because you are friends and you are colleagues, and you share the same passion and the same job, so there must be a balance every time. It's very fragile. I mean, sometimes, but we are good at that.
For real. Yeah, man. So, do you still remember the first kind of song you guys did together?
The very first song, I'm not sure, but well, the very first I don't remember.
Okay.
It's way too past, but one of the first, yes, I remember.
Okay.
The name is called Thanks,
Okay.
which is that song is in our first album.
Yeah.
But all the songs in the first album, I could say they are the first songs we ever made together.
Yeah. Okay. So, what is reggae like in Italy? For those who haven't gone to Italy, and so, what is it like out there?
Oh, well, the reggae scene used to be very active
Okay.
a few years ago.
Yeah.
We had the Rotterdam Sunsplash Festival in Italy, actually like 40 minutes from where I live now.
Wow.
And at that time, that festival used to gather a lot of people, and so the whole scene was very active because we had a lot of Jamaicans coming, and you had the chance to go to watch their shows. We had a lot of reggae festival in Italy,
Yeah.
and a lot of reggae bands.
Okay.
But I would say that at this moment, reggae is not seeing its best period. It's quite going down.
Oh, okay.
We just have one reggae festival left, and that's it. But it's a cycle, so things will change.
Definitely. Hopefully that will increase, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Definitely. Okay, so am I right in saying that at one, I'm not sure which year, but you guys were named the best reggae Italian band at the Sunsplash?
Yeah. That was the Rotterdam reggae contest. It was back in I think 2008 or 2009.
Oh, okay.
And we won the contest here in Italy. Yeah.
Yeah. So what was that like?
It was cool. I mean, after that, and we placed, I think, third in the European contest, but we were very young. I mean, we were playing already for like 4 years together, but we were at our first album and we were very young. But it was cool because that gave us the chance to have the first official Italian tour, and
Yeah.
so we toured festivals and stuff. That was the first tour we had.
Wow. Okay. So can you tell us a little something about the songs Only You and Dance in a Babylon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Only You was the first, if I'm not wrong, the first video
Okay.
we dropped on YouTube. At that time, we didn't even have our own YouTube channel. We didn't have kind of anything on the social medias. We were very ignorant about that.
Okay.
And so Only You was the first single we ever uploaded on YouTube. And Dancing in Babylon was the second, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
And it's actually the biggest tune we have up to now, because it have like 50 million views on YouTube, and still the biggest hit, put it this way, that we have, and people can recognize us globally from by knowing that song.
Okay. And how did you guys come up with that song?
Dancing in Babylon?
Yeah.
Oh, that's I mean, I don't remember actually, but I just remember that I wanted to write something with a different atmosphere.
Yeah.
More, let's say, more steppa, more dub. And Paolo Baldini, who's our producer and song engineer and dub master and stuff, gave that stepper rhythm to the song.
Okay.
Actually, it's very different from the rest of the album.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It is very different.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how do you guys go about doing your songs? Do you guys freestyle? Do you write it down? How do you go about doing it and putting it together?
Basically, it's me and my twin writing the songs.
Okay.
And sometimes we like, let's say I come up with I don't know, with a hook or a verse, and then I tell him add something, or vice versa, or we just write our own songs, each one. You know what I mean? So, but it's just, I think that basically the melody comes before the lyrics.
Okay.
And yeah, like this.
Okay. So, for those who are listening out there and want to know, okay, how do you get into a music business rather than the musical side of creativity? How did you guys go about, I suppose, getting signed and progressing and those sort of things? How did you go about doing that?
Well, first of all, when we started the band, it was a different period. It's not the same right now. Like at that time, teenagers used to get together, and each one used to play an instrument. You know, and so you get together in our rehearsal room, and the magic starts. But right now, you can see often like young people, like teenagers alone in their own room, locked with a computer, and they make music in a different way. You know what I mean? So it was basically a different period. But the only thing that I could suggest people who wants to build up a band, or I don't know, a project, is that to play in front of people. Just go and perform in front of people. That's the only thing, in my opinion, that can give you a really strong fan base.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So and a really engaged fan base.
Yeah.
Not really YouTube, Instagram, and them thing, cause that's just virtual. You need to be in front of people, giving yourself.
Yeah. And you can see the reactions then better at it.
Exactly.
Okay. So, when you guys were starting, who did you guys perform in front of? Was it family, friends? How did you guys kind of say, you know what, we've actually got something here? How did that come about?
Well, the first little shows were in front of friends and families, of course.
Yeah.
Still, friends are coming, and families, when they can, they come to the shows.
Yeah.
But as I said, just after we won the contest of Rotterdam, they gave us the chance to have the first Italian tour, and that was basically just reggae festivals. So that was the first time we actually got the chance to be in front of a different kind of crowd.
Yeah. Okay. And one of the questions that I've been asked to ask you guys is, being an Italian band, have you ever faced any kind of difficulties in the sense of playing reggae music?
Well, I have to say that we've been always very lucky, because I mean, our stories. I mean, we've been lucky, and we've been blessed since day one. And sometimes it's not really difficulties being Italian, because, you know, we don't. I mean, maybe sometimes you go to Germany and they look at you like, okay, please be on time.
Yeah.
So German time, not Italian time. Those kind of things, but not really. Nobody never like upset us or behave in a wrong way just because we are Italian.
Yeah.
Maybe when you go to Jamaica, it's a little bit different, but it's not about the European country you come from. It's just about you're white and what you're doing here, blah blah blah. But even in Jamaica, we have a lot of good memories and a lot of good stories to tell. We didn't actually we never been like I don't know, insulted or stuff like that just because we are Italian or white or whatever.
Yeah. You know what? I think it's important because obviously there's different stories, different people have experienced different things. So thank you for that.
No problem.
I know you've done lots of different works with different artists. Would you let the listeners know who you've worked with or who you would like to work with in the future?
Okay, well, we've always been working, for example, with our producer Paolo Baldini, who's getting big in the dub scene as Dub Files.
Yeah.
And we've been working with him doing an album and a documentary in Jamaica, Kingston 6, which is called Paolo Baldini Dub Files album at Kingston 6. And you can see, if you watch the documentary on YouTube, there are a lot of artists. There are Empress Sativa, you have King Kamta, you have, I mean, what little artists from Jamaica. And most of them are unknown artists, but they are very good. And we've been working with Tanya Stevens. We've been working with other Italian musicians. We've been working with other Jamaican musicians. But basically, what we did up to now was to, if we have to have a featuring, it have to be like for a vibe, like not really looking at the big stars, but people that we know. For example, we have two featurings, not just one, sorry, with Empress Sativa, and we have Gideon and Sila, who are two twins from Jamaica. We have different artists. We have people from Europe, like Senor Wilson from Spain, and it was a kind of natural vibe up to now.
Yeah, for real. Okay, so I understand that you guys have a sub-label. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so tell us something about that and how it came about.
Okay, well, as Mellow Mood, we are a part of an Italian label which is called La Tempesta.
Okay.
That is not a reggae label. We are the only reggae band joining the label.
Okay.
And so after a while, they gave us the chance to build up a sub-label which is called La Tempesta Dub. And with that sub-label, which is our label and Paolo Baldini's label, we are able to release not only our music, but we produce alongside Paolo Baldini other Italian artists, or I don't know, as I told you, the project we did, the dub file at Kingston 6, it was released by La Tempesta Dub. So we are able to release our material.
Yeah.
And make it like in a very giving that reggae label to the music.
Okay, yeah, man. So, am I right in thinking that you guys are on tour at the moment, or going on tour?
Yes.
Okay, how is that going?
We are on tour. It's good. Okay. We are traveling, and mostly we are in Europe. I mean, we just tour Europe at the moment. We've been to Mexico 1 month ago.
Okay.
And so we're going just Europe now.
Okay. So, what's next for you guys?
I think we'll stop at the end of August, and then we take a long break, and we're about to make we're already making new music, but we want to release singles, and who knows, maybe a new album. But for now, we're focused on trying to build up singles, and maybe have some good Jamaican featuring, stuff like that. Yeah. New music in general.
Okay. Will you guys be coming to the UK at all soon?
Yes, we've been to the UK this year too, and it was April, I think, in London.
Okay.
And I am sure we will come back maybe this winter, but we want to come back with new music, so it depends on when we release new music.
Okay, we'll definitely have to link up for that, yeah?
Of course, yeah.
Okay. So, will you let the listeners out there know any kind of social media where they can link you? Because people are asking me how can they get in touch with you guys, or.
Oh, sure. Well, they can go to check out our Facebook, which is called Mellow Mood Official, or Instagram, which is the same, Mellow Mood Official. And I think we have a Twitter, Mellow Mood Ita, like Italy. Okay. And that's it.
Okay. Would you be up for doing a little something now? A little vocal now, live on air?
Yes, of course.
Okay. It's up to you what you would like to do. And
Acapella?
Yes, please.
Acapella?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you something. Can I go?
Yeah, you can go.
Okay. Mr. Global, I bet you hear me with songs. Mr. Global, lies you a tell too long. Mr. Global, I bet you hear me with songs. Mr. Global, too busy putting all man down. Beam.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, man. Thank you for that. For real.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So, is there any kind of final thoughts you would like to say to the listeners out there before we finish our interview?
I would just like to thank you very much for this interview, and just check out our social media. So once we come to the UK, you're all gonna be there. Thank you very much.
Anytime, anytime. So once again, I just want to say thank you to you for taking the time out, and also to your brother as well. Big shout out to him,
Thank
because I
you.
know he's traveling about as well. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So once again, thank you. Yeah, and we'll speak again soon.
Thank you very much. One love.
One love. Bless up.
Bless you.
Yeah, you heard it here, people. Make sure you go and support Mellow Mood, okay? If you don't know how that's spelled, that is spelled MELLOW.
Larger. What make we want to live larger? Larger. Larger. What we say larger? Larger. What make we want to live larger? Do we live larger? Life larger. Still miss a little thing.